Today is November 9th, and the time is 10:52 a.m. And we got some more news about the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080. This time, it's the RTX 4080 overclocked, and some more 4K gaming benchmarks have been leaked. Here we are on videocards.com. Let's get into this article right here, see what it says. The RTX 4080 will gain up to 9% performance with overclocking and power limit increased. That's a good score considering the test was on a semi-custom RTX 4080 model with NVIDIA reference board and relatively low power limit adjustment, only by 10 watts. We have obtained some results featuring RTX 4080 as stock with no power limit set to max and with additional clock adjustment. The card gains up to 9% in 3D Mark times by extreme and up to 7% in 3D Mark Port Royale. So here we can see the results. Here it is as stock, power limit set to max, and over here overclocked. So you can see the RTX 4080 does get a nice bump in performance from stock to power limit max and then to overclocked. So down here in 3D Mark times by the 4K preset, you can see here we got 4080 again at stock here with the power limit set to max, and then here overclocked with power limit set to max. Actually, it doesn't say it's power limit max, but it just says power limit. Here it says overclocked and with power limit. Again, another nice bump in performance. You can see over here overclocked and with the power limit gets within 78% of the RTX 4090. This is at the 4K preset. Coming down here just a little bit more, the following scores were with overclocked RTX 4080 GPU. Again, 3D Mark Speedway score and 3D Mark Port Royale score. Now here it is at 1440p DirectX 12. You can see in the 1440p it gets within 75% of the 4090, even though here it does say using the RTX 4090 as a baseline, it says 98%. I'm not sure if that's what it is supposed to say or if that's just a typo. I'm guessing it's a typo because that means that the 4090 will not be the baseline here. So it comes in within 75% of the RTX 4090, and this is overclocked. This does not say overclocked and power limit, just overclocked. Then we scroll down a bit more, we get to see we got from Mega Size GPU. We got some more benchmarks, this time in gaming. If I'm not mistaken, this is 4K gaming. Yep, I'm correct, 4K gaming. This is Forza Horizon 5, the RTX 4080. Give me a sec here. I think it was this. Does it say that this is overclocked? No, it does not say it's overclocked. This is just, I'm guessing, at stock. RTX 4080 running at stock. Forza Horizon 5 was able to achieve an average FPS of 127 FPS. Then we come here to Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, average FPS of 100. And then here we have Borderlands 3. This isn't Chinese. I'm guessing this is right here, the average FPS at 91.17 FPS. I'm not sure, can't read Chinese. Next, we move on to Shadow of the Tomb Raider, running in DirectX 12 at 4K with DLSS turned off, Intel XESS turned off, full screen on, exclusive full screen on. Here we see it's the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080. Here, the RTX 4080 was able to get an average FPS of 129. It's not too bad. At 4K, 129 is pretty good. At 4K, those are some impressive results. Here we have Cyberpunk 2. Here we have 4K. This 4K test, and here's the 1440p test. So at 4K, you get an average FPS of 82.52 and an average FPS of 116.03 in Cyberpunk. And then down here, there were some extra tests done. It's explaining the leaker used a Ryzen 7 7600X CPU for this test. But then here they say, however, just for the sake of a quick look, another Chip Hill member provided the following RTX 4090/i9-12900KF results. So with the 4090 versus the 4080, seeing the difference in FPS in different games. So here we got Forza Horizon 5, 147 FPS versus 127 FPS. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, 179 FPS versus 129 FPS. Red Dead Redemption 2, 129 FPS versus 99 FPS. Cyberpunk 2077, 111 FPS versus 83 FPS. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 137 FPS versus 127 FPS. These results, in my opinion, they're nice to see. They're interesting. But, once again, I do bring up the RX 7900 XTX. As if AMD is correct that it is 1.7 times faster than the 6950 XT, then that still puts it above the RTX 4080 overclocked and with the power limit set to max. Actually brings the RX 7900 XTX within 93% of the RTX 4090. And this is a this result here, this benchmark test for the RTX 4090 is from what I understand, RTX 4090 at stock, not overclocked, no power limit set to as high as it can go. This is just the stock 4090, and the 7900 XTX comes in within 93%. If you're wondering how I got that figure, I'll show you right here, right now. We take the 6950 XT and we say 10644 times 1.7. Why times 1.7? Because AMD is claiming that the 7900 XTX is 1.7 times faster than the 6950 XT. So we go ahead and multiply that. We see that gives us 18,094.80. That definitely puts it above the RTX 480. Now, how do I know that brings it within 93% of the RTX 4090? That's simple. We take this figure here. We go ahead and we multiply that by this number right here. This is just some simple arithmetic. 19,398. We say equals, gives us a big number. That doesn't mean much yet, but then we're going to go ahead and divide that by 100. Dang, I got that wrong. I just did this earlier. I'm sorry. It was multiplied by 100. Then we divide by this number. Guess y'all just figured out I'm bad at math. Here we go, 93.28. That's how I know it comes in within 90, well, theoretically comes in within 93.8% of the RTX 4090, the RX 7900 XTX. So, I mean, and it's at 999 plus tax. RTX 4080 is set to launch at $1,200 plus tax. So it's like, is the RTX 4080 worth it? These are early benchmark tests. The review embargoes are still in set, and I know this card launches soon. We're all just waiting now to see just how much this card can be pushed. Can it be pushed any further? Yes or no? Will it be worth it? Or will people just go for the 7900 XTX? Will it do better? Will FSR 3 actually be a very good selling point for AMD's newest graphics card set to launch December 13th, 2022? Will that be AMD's saving grace? That's what we're all waiting for. Anyways, just a short video today. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below on your thoughts. These test results for the RTX 4080, do they convince you to get the RTX 4080? Or are you going to stick with whatever graphics card you got now? I mean, if you have a 4090, I imagine you're just going to stick with the 4090. But if you don't have a 4090, will you consider, or are you considering the RTX 4080? Or will you wait for the RX 7900 XTX to launch? Please let me know in the comments down below. I'd appreciate it. Have a good day.